Is it Atamba something? Your name is not showing fully. Please go ahead if you have a comment. Atam something. Is it yeah, Atambas Patrick Ayanga? Please go ahead. You have a comment. All right. Please, the presenter, please go ahead.
Okay, so the outline for our presentation is there are 3 types of problems. The first one is simple problem. The second one, complex problem. And the third one, wicked problem. So we will take you through the types of problems with regards to the problems that we found in our society. So the introduction. Simple, complex, and wicked problems represent a spectrum of, please, I'm coming. Spectrum of difficulty in problem solving. Simple problems are straightforward with clear solutions. Complex problems are multifaceted with hidden causes requiring expertise, and wicked problems are ambiguous, socially complex, and defy definitive solutions. This classification guides whether to use standard procedure or collaborative adaptive. So I'll start with a simple problem. In my community, that's Techiman. Pragya congestion. Pragya traffic congestion is a problem. We are facing. Like market days, there will be a lot of traffic with the Pragya. So I'll use the simple problem to identify the solutions and ways that we can solve that problem. So the first one is Pragya traffic congestion. A simple problem is one where the cause and effect are clear and a standard recipe or rule can face it. So when we talk of simple problem, it's a problem that we have a checklist or a formal way that we can use to solve that problem. So the issue, tricycle, that's Pragya blocking the main road junction during peak hours. The solution to this problem is because we already have the already have the tools. That's when I was talking about the checklist to solve this issue. When we talk about simple problem, it's not any problem that's big for us to find solution or problem that needs design thinking to solve it. So with the solution, the traffic is there because we already have tools to face. Okay, let me start with this. We can set up a clear traffic signage, designate specific Pragya only loading zones, or have a traffic warning direct flow. It doesn't require a new invention or it just needs a better organization. So what I'm talking about is simple problem. Simple problem is not any problem that we cannot solve or that we need expertise before we can solve it. No, it's just simple. We just have to follow the rules, or we have a channel or formal way of solving it. So I will take you through the second one. That's the complex problem. Plastic gutter syndrome. Okay, so this one, let me explain it before I take you through this one. It's like in our gutters. I think in every community in Ghana here, we have these problems, like when it rains or the way we throw our dustbins outside. When it rains, it always choke in our gutters. So a complex problem has many moving parts and requires technical expertise, but the goal is predictable once the right experts are involved. The issue, gutters in my community, that's Techiman, are constantly choked with plastic, leading to flash floods. The solution is the problem because it requires an engineering mindset. We need civil engineers to design the drainage slope and a logistics team to create a reliable waste collection schedule. It is technical and difficult, but once the system is built, it should work as planned. So when we talk of complex problem, it's not all that simple. It needs expertise, it needs engineers before we can solve that problem. that one, it doesn't have a formal way that we can use to solve, or checklist that we can follow to solve the problem. That one, it needs expertise before we will be able to solve that problem. So my colleagues will continue from here. Thank you, madam.
Okay, madam. And my brother stop. My brother have talked about the simple and the complex problem. And now we have the wicked problem. Like he said, our market, we have a spillage. That is the wicked one. That is the dragon. The wicked problem is messy. It involves the human behavior and has no single right answer. It's complicated. It has so many ways in solving it. It needs a questionnaire. It needs expertise. It needs a specialist, because it doesn't have a formal or like a lay background to like tackle it. We need to ask of question a lot about it. We need to do a try and error. So with this one, they use we have a massive post-harvest loss in Techman market, where tomatoes and peppers rot before sales. So with this one, is something, it's a day-to-day activities we do every day in the market, and it's something we need every day to like help our living. So with this one, for us, Ghana, in Ghana here, our sometimes our season, we have the way we do our planting, our crops. Sometimes we do it in seasonal way. So to prevent the seasonal way to get it every day, I think we would need like something like a big refrigerator. I mean the market square. That one, with that one there, I think our councils and maybe honorable peoples in the Chimay, they can all come together to know how to go about that big fridge we are talking about, because it's not something small. It's going to be a commercial use. We are going to use it for our tomatoes, like our big garden eggs, like those things that always like get spoiled. Maybe
You have 2 minutes to wrap up.
2 or 1 week to spoil. So we will need expertise. We will need like a good technicians. Like we need like good people like who will sit down and think good for us to make something that will help us in the future use. So with that one, I think we have to sit down and look at it very well. It's not just one thing we have to do. So with that one, and the solution is about the high cost of power, the trade lack of cash, and the traditional selling habit. Like every time we have to try to fix something, like a new problem appears, then we have to tackle it being too massive for a small seller, so that they can also get something to sell every day to support our living too.
Okay, madam, I'm Sarah Ifwanani, and I'll continue from where Musa ended. Okay, so we come to the choice for design thinking, that is market spoilage. Among these three, the market spoilage problem is the one that absolutely needs design thinking. Why? Because you cannot solve this dragon with a simple rule or just an engineer's blueprint.
Hello, sorry, hold on. Your slide is static, and I'm a little confused. I'm unable to follow you. Are you still explaining the 3 types of problems?
No, please. We are done with that. Please let me notify Christian to move to the next one.
Okay, madam. So we are explaining the type
No,
of problem. That means
Christian, hello.
okay.
She's talking about the slide. It's not moving, so she can't follow. So
It's
can
not
you
moving.
please? Yes, it's stagnant so that she can see where I'm presenting on.
Okay, but it is moving from my side. Okay, let me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, madam, please, is it still like that?
Yes, it's not
Hello?
moving.
Oh, okay.
Please, I'm coming.
But which part? Where are you presenting actually?
After the wicked problem, the next part, the choice for design thinking, that is market spoilage. Among these three,
What?
the,
That is what I don't understand. I don't know. Then what is the choice for market?
please, he has put it on the screen.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I mean, I don't want us to waste time presenting things that we don't need in the class. What is this one? Did we talk about something like this?
Madam, this one is defining how problematic if you don't put measures in place to, solve how we will keep our tomatoes and garden eggs before it gets spoiled. So this is reapplying the design thinking in solving this problem.
Well, we don't need that for the purpose of time's sake.
Okay, then, madam, let me move to the next one. That's defining the problem's prioritization matrix tools.
So,
Okay.
so the two assignments, you are done with the first one. That is the three problems. I just need you to tell me what they are and which of them that you think requires the use of design thinking skills to solve it. And the next phase of it is starting the project itself. So the project, I want to see your empathy from the, like we discussed in class last week. You have to start telling me how you went about with the empathy stage, and then the next one is what the define stage, right? So if you are done with the problem, let's start with the project itself, your actual project. Course rep, I'm still waiting for you to send me the list. But this thing you sent to me, dear brother.
No, madam, that is why I said I've not getting all the list.
No, it
So
doesn't
if
matter. So as soon as they send to you, you just put it in a Word document, nicely done. You know, you create a table, names, index numbers, or whichever one you want it to come first. Name, index number. Then you just send it to me.
yes, that is how I wanted to do it there because I didn't get all the list. That is why I didn't do that. But if you want it this way, anytime, any what I will get, then I will forward it to you in a Word form. But right now, should I do it that for you? I should wait after the class, then I do it for you.
No, because you can't even have a divided attention. So you focus on the class. I'll see what I can do. Anyway,
Okay,
which group is this one? SCU, right?
Yes, madam.
So you on the page, just tell me which one is the SCU, then I'll pick that list.
Okay, but I think the centers are on top of it. The first one I sent is the STU center, but all of them, their centers is on top of it.
All right. Baba Moses index number is not full. Why?
Baba Moses. Bomba. Madam, is full. BCP BA 01240004.
Yeah, seen it. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, please go ahead with the presentation.
Okay, madam. So the market spoilage, that's the tomatoes and the rest.
Sister,
The first.
sister, I'm not feeling well today. Please follow the instruction. I said start with the main project.
Madam, But frankly speaking, the project you are saying, like, I contact you and said the question, we didn't get the question clear. If you can repeat it for us. So our focus was on the the set of problem, the simple and the complex and the wicked problem. That is what we did. But with this one you are saying, the question wasn't clear, so we couldn't tackle that one, frankly speaking.
Next group. Next group. Magdalene, yes, your hand is up. If your group is ready, please start.
Okay. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. We can see. Let me pick your. Let me pick your group. Your center is what? What's your center?
Oh, Tamale. Sorry, Tamale.
Tamale. Is that where you have Jonathan,
Yes.
Afo, Abubakar, Inusa? Is that it? Is that a team?
Is
Hello,
no,
madam. It's
no,
yeah,
no.
that's
This
Tamale, but
marketing
it's in
team.
program.
This
So
just
that's the
marketing.
marketing.
So,
Yes, marketing presenting.
so
After which
Kosler, have you seen how
procurement.
you've made this in? You've made this in. I'm supposed to have the group now. So now I don't have the group. Just let me pick your index numbers from here.
Okay.
So there's Ruth. Let me just pick your first names. There's Ruth, there's Magdalene. There's Idrisu. One, two, three, four, and Cletus. You are four, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. Yes. How many of them are here? Let me even take that one first. Magdalene is here. Idrisu, are you here?
Madam, please, with Idrisu, he lost his dad last week, and so he's gone for the funeral. He's not around.
Okay, then
It's
that is
even difficult reaching him.
okay. So you remind me when I'm
But with Ruth, we went for the okay. With Ruth, we went for the face-to-face together. She's not in Tamale, she's in Salaga. So after our face-to-face meeting, she took bus to Salaga. So I'm not too sure if she's online or not.
Absent.
Yes, okay. I'm not too sure if she's online.
What about
with Cletus? With Cletus, he's supposed to be on call, but Cletus, please, are you on call?
Yes, please, madam, on call. I've equally traveled for a funeral, but I'm on call.
Cletus.
I lost my uncle.
Okay, please go ahead. Okay, I hope you heard the instruction well, Magdalene. Okay, Magdalene, tell the class what was the assignment I gave last week. What was the expectation for this week?
Okay, so madam, what you said was that we should all identify a case, a study, okay, a problem in either a community or an institution or any place. We should just find that particular case study, and then we use the empathy, the ideology, and then to solve that particular problem. That's what I heard, madam.
Okay, let's hear your presentation.
I'm trying to move the slides, but I don't know if someone can help me. I don't know. I'm trying to move it and it's giving me.
Because you are not.
Please, can someone help?
You are not showing the slides, right?
Madam.
You are not in a slideshow. So you have to select,
Okay.
you put your cursor on the slide as you move on. So now go to slide 2 and click on it and let's see.
So there's this thing that's
Click
I
outside
think
it.
I went. Oh,
Just click outside the slides. Or go do undo and let's see.
okay. Madam, just a minute. Sorry. I think I have to share again. Okay. Okay. Hmm.
Yes, Magdalene, we are waiting for you.
Madam, I'm trying to move because you don't have the
But
slides.
we don't
I'm
see
trying
your
to.
cursor.
Madam, you don't see what?
Just
Please put it on the platform so that I share it for you.
It's not. I'm using a laptop. It's not on my phone, please.
Magdalene.
Yes, madam.
Just point your cursor
Madam,
on the slide 2. You see the slides are aligned on your left hand side.
yeah.
So
Yes,
select the
madam.
slide
That's
2.
what I'm. So I'm trying, but I don't know if you can see that I'm trying to select the slide too, but
No,
it's
we
not
can't see
working.
we can't see your mouse. Like we can't see your cursor.
Unless you go back to the slides that you've opened on the desktop, unless you go and click that slides before you can start scrolling.
Oh, okay.
The next group should be ready. Get ready, please. Next group. Magdalene, just take your time. We are not giving you pressure. Have you figured it out?
I'm still trying to figure it out. Madam, please, can the next group take over so that I try to see if I can maneuver my way out.
Next group. You can send the slides to my email. Next
Okay,
group.
let me do that right now.
You have my email, right?
No, madam. Let me just pick. Madam, a minute, please.
Let me share it here. Next group.
We're not charging my phone.
There's next group.
Okay, Madam, so Tamale, business procurement class group, the group 1. Christian, kindly share for us, present for us.
Jonathan, can you see it?
Yeah, we can see it. Enable editing. Enable
Yes.
editing. Click on enable editing. Hello, can you hear us?
Hello.
Please, is it moving? I've clicked on the enable editing.
Yeah, we are on the first page.
Oh, then mine is.
But class, I told you guys, let at least 2 people have access to their slide. So if one person's internet is not working, then the other person can present. Which group is that?
Madam, that's the Tamale business, the first group, which has Jonathan, Azafa.
Okay, if you're having
Salam and
challenges with
others.
your presentation, you go ahead with the presentation. Let's hear you. Tell us without the slides.
Okay, madam. Okay, so
You have joined with put one of the machine to a total silence.
whoa. Okay, all right, madam. So the questionnaires has been read already. In fact, there was a bit of confusion in the question. So what we are working on it in 2 sentences. He said we should each explain simple, complex, and wicked problem and state which of these needs design thinking tools. So that's what we are working. So first, we define a simple problem as one that is a straightforward.
Hold on. You see how students, you see, I don't want to sound kind of rude, but you see how students behave. I spend so much time explaining the requirements, saying it over and over again. I asked the class, is there any clarification? And I kept repeating myself of the requirements, and all of you are pretending as if you didn't hear anything. I said this thing more than I can think of. More than I can think of. Are you all telling me you didn't hear anything? So you joined and then you were not listening, or you joined and then you were doing your own things? I said this thing more than I can't even think about the number of times that I said this thing. And I remember the latter part of the slide. I took my time. I told you because that is what the project is all about. So I over explained that part. I remember saying all these things, and I gave you the requirements. I said it over and over and over again. And I ask you for any clarification if you need any more explanation or anything. And we left, and now all of you are coming to tell me that you didn't hear anything. Go ahead. Give me your group list, and let me know which of you are here. Give me your group list. You said Tamale, right?
Yes, Tamale.
Yeah, give me your group list.
Jonathan, are you there?
Jonathan Akwete, Nazafa Musa, Abdul Salam, Abdurrahim, Afu Jones, Abukari Inusa.
Jonathan, are you by chance knows that I'm typing the names?
Sorry, madam.
Yes, Jonathan and who?
Nazafa Musa.
Yes, the next one.
Abdul Salam Abdurrahim.
Present, sir.
Abdul Salam, you are here. Jonathan is here. Why is Musa?
Inusa, I'm here.
Is your name?
No, Nazafa. Nazafa Musa, not Inusa.
Inusa.
Nazafa has responded.
Musa is here.
I'm here, madam.
Yes.
What about the Musa? Nazafa Musa.
Madam, I'm here.
Okay, she's here. You are 4 in the group, right?
There is the last one, Afu Jones.
Apu Jones.
Yes, please.
And he's not here. Okay. Jonathan, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you, madam. So we're defining simple problem as one that is a straightforward problem, one that is easily identifiable issue that have a clear understanding of a problem, and the solution is easily developed. So we do not need to do so much in solving such problems. And an example could be replacing a light bulb or solving a basic mathematics equation. Then we'll look at a complex problem as one that involves multiple interdependent factors with no clear answer. It also requires analysis and expertise to solve them. So an example of such a complex problem would be managing a company's supply chain disruptions. And again, developing a new app, the smartphone app with multiple features. So, Madam, since the slides are not many, I'll end here and then my other colleagues can continue. Nazafa, are you continuing?
Hello, Nazafa.
Salam, you can continue if you are online, whoever is.
So please, I'm here.
Speak, talk. Yeah, waiting for you.
Just a minute. I'm Nazafa. So I would like to continue with the wicked problems. So when we say wicked problems, there are those that typically require design thinking tools, as they involve empathy, experimentation. Hello, Joe. Please, can you hear me?
The network here is very poor. It's very poor.
Yes, we can hear you.
So, Jonathan, Nazafa, Abdul Salam, and Inusa. So let me know. You did the individual assignment, right? You did the wiki simple and complex problem, right? That is what you did.
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
Did you start with the project itself? No, right?
No, please. Yes,
Okay.
yes, madam.
Okay, next group. Magdalene, are you ready?
Yes, please.
Please go ahead.
Madam, can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, madam, like I said, we tackled the problems or the case study, and the case study is poor waste disposal in a residential community. And then with the introduction, we said in many communities, waste is dumped in open spaces, gutters, and choked with rubbish. Waste collection is irregular, and as a result, children often fall sick, affecting health and environment and overall quality of life. So we try to use the empathy to to begin with the issue, which is understanding the community, and we want to focus on the people living in the community. And we have the residents. They are the first group affected by the poor waste disposal, and covered with waste attract mosquitoes and flies, insects, spread germs, dirty surrounding cause discomfort and stress, and fear of disease like cholera and malaria, stagnant water, increased health risk. And then we want to also concentrate on how it affects the children, because they are the vulnerable group in the community, and because they often play near waste dams, and limited awareness of danger because they are children. They don't really know whatever they are doing. They think that picking things on the floor with is they they have fun doing that. They don't really know how it affects them because of the lack of safe play area. They are usually exposed to germs during the play. If Ruth is on call, I would like that she takes over from the define. Cletus, you can take over. Ruth is not around. Cletus.
Okay. Hello, good evening. So continuing, I will define clearly, stating the problems that affects us, and then that's the community experiences poor sanitation due to irregular waste collection and inadequate disposal of funds or dustbins, inadequate disposal points. That is, people find it difficult, especially where the dustbins are far or from their houses. They can easily dump them anywhere. And then the last one is low resident participation in proper waste management. That's especially in Tamale. Most of our communities, you see that they don't practice proper waste management. They just throw waste anyhow, and children are so vulnerable by going. They don't know, and they will go and play nearby, which can easily get them infected with germs. That, mm, so with irregular waste collection, garbage is not collected regularly, and that is true. As well, some houses with a dustbin, when they owe, those collecting the dustbin don't come early to pick them because they owe, and with that, the waste are there, which the children easily get contact with. Trash accumulates in streets, gutters, and open areas, and that is those ones that they are there everywhere scattered. You see the children, for them, even you see them picking rubbers, picking the trashes to play by even putting them in their mouths. And then accumulated waste attracts flies, mosquitoes, and rats. That is actually very true in Tamale. You see that once they are there, which are not being collected, a lot of flies and that of insects are being reared there. Residents feel frustrated due to lack of predictable cleanup schedules. Uh, pre, pre, Then we have inadequate disposal points equally. So continue with that one. Not enough bins and containers for households. Some of because they owe the dustbin collectors, they don't at times they will come and pick them up, and then with that you see them try to dispose them, especially in the night. Existing disposal points are too far from the home from our homes. And it's very true. Many dustbins are overflowing or uncovered, and that is lead the children to get access to those waste. Residents dump waste in open spaces in Tamale, and that was what I said earlier. You see them, especially in the night, they will turn around when people are not coming. They'll just dump them anywhere. Waste management remains inefficient even when residents want to comply. It's very true because, okay, but it's being repeated. Okay, waste management remains inefficient even when residents. Yeah, when residents want to comply
Cletus,
because
Cletus, can you
yes,
please move
madam.
to the next? Cletus, can you please move to the next thing?
Okay, thank you. Because the slide was so low resident participation is one of the issue or that one of the causes that we faced. That some residents do not separate or dispose of waste
No,
properly.
no. Move to the next thing. Let's move from waste management. So go to the next thing.
Okay.
Okay, madam, please, I'll take it from the ideas. Because Ruth is not on call, Cletus had to take her part. That's why. And so I would also just go to the ideas so that we can finish up. So the idea simply means generating possible solutions. And so we want to focus on the locations and the action points. And then we are saying that weekly community cleanup exercise at key areas, partnering with private waste collectors for regular pickups. Like Cletus was saying, we have people that come around to pick up the dustbin and go to dispose them. And so if residents partner with such private waste collectors, they always help them to dispose their rubbish for them. And then we also need to educate residents on proper waste separation, which is very, very important. And in the part of the North here, we lack it. And we don't educate the communities on how to even separate waste. There are some waste that can easily be burnt. You can just separate the dry ones and burn them so that later you can manage or try to trash out the wet ones. But because of this lack of education, they don't even know. Introducing penalties for improper dumping. I remember growing up in the early 2000s. I remember there used to be this summer. I grew up in a compound house, and I remember that those days when those people used to come, my mom and then some of the tenants will start rushing, trying to keep the place clean, and we don't see those things again at all. So because of that, people are just misbehaving in their houses, keeping the residents unkept, and so we are entreating that and we introduce all these solutions to such affected areas. And then I'll move on to the prototype, which is developing a practical solution. So the community waste management program features a designated
Thank you,
waste
Magdalene.
collection point with covered bins, and then
Magdalene, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, madam.
Yeah, thank you. That's fine.
Okay,
you can end here. Next group. Next group. Is that all the groups we have here? Yeah, Leviticus.
Please, madam, I'm from KTR Center. Please, madam, last week, in fact, I was not able to join, but I learned there was a assignment. But I asked and followed my colleagues, but I was not given the work. So I'm pleading, if possible, I don't know, my colleagues may done their part or not, but I haven't heard anything whether the work has been concluded or not. But if time will be given by Wednesday, I can submit our part then. Before we meet on this next week, we will be given a time to present it before we start. I'm just pleading.
Magdalene, your hand is up.
Yes, madam. Please, I want to say something. I'm not too sure if it's me. I don't know if I'm alone, but honestly, the page that I'm on that is related to this particular course, I did not see any message on the page. I just saw that I don't even know how I got in there. So if I tapped on a link that put me there, but honestly, I did not see anything like trying to even remind us of our assignment, or even sending the list of the class. I don't know if it's me, but honestly, I didn't see. So I don't know if class rep did it or I just didn't see. I don't know if I'm alone. Honestly, madam, I did not see anything of that sort, because we actually have a common page. All of us have a common page. And if a page was created, I think that a notification should have been kept on the common page so that we all start joining. If not, I didn't see. Honestly, madam, I just didn't see anything. That's how come you don't even have a list of I mean, my colleague and I, you don't have our index numbers and then our names.
Please, because this is a new course, that is why last week I said all the class reps should DM me so that I will forward the link to the class rep and they will give it to their subordinates. That is what I did. So if I don't know why you also didn't get me.
Ambrose, Patrick, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, madam. Concerning these questions, I'm just in limbo. Myself, I've asked this and my colleagues, and they are not even aware that we have questions like this. I'm talking about Tech Study Center, so we don't even have. We are not privy to the questions.
You are talking about what center?
Yeah, what we are just presenting right now, we don't have the questions, and we are part of the platform. The only thing we get was
my brother. Hold on. Did you attend class last week?
Last week, we tried joining, but the network couldn't give us an opportunity to join.
Okay, but so as a good student, did you try to find out from your colleagues whether an assignment was given or what was said in class? Any instructions? Did you do that?
The only thing we get was that we are asked to send our the names and then index numbers. That was what I was told. So we presented it to one of our colleagues, and we even presented it on the platform. And the fellow told me that I should DM him with this in the list. So I sent it to the person privately. That was what I'm only aware of, but we weren't told about questions and all that.
You were not told, but did you ask? Did you ask? Were we given any assignment? What was said in class? Did you ask?
Well, we were
not well, my brother. For me, we don't do well here. Yes or no? Did you ask? No. Good.
No, I didn't ask.
Great. All right. So the idea that I'm getting is that none of you did the assignment, right?
Yes, please. I'm not sure we have done it.
Is it Cassie Afric? What group, what center are you from?
Madam, please, my name is Amina. I'm from Botech Center, just as at Ambassador.
Please, when you join this class, make sure you write your full name, because like I told you, attendance is compulsory, and I'm taking the names here. So it's quite unfortunate I do not have the list, because if I have the list here, I'll be comparing the list against the names on the platform. So if I don't find your name, you are marked absent, because it's not every day that I'll have you have enough time for me to take attendance. So mostly what I do is that I check on the page. So don't join with some name when it is not your name, please.
Okay, madam.
Don't join with just one name. Join with your full name.
Okay, madam. Well noted. Thank you.
I ask you, what was your study center?
Botech, madam.
But Botech, I think it was is it one person from Botech? And I asked that you join. Let me see.
We have 5.
Oh, 5, and you were supposed to form a group. So where's your presentation? Where's your assignment?
Madam, please, honestly, by last week, I wasn't around, so I wasn't able to join the class. Unfortunately, none of us was able to join the class. Just as said, we were added to the group, but we weren't aware. Honestly, we didn't also try.
Okay, Jennifer.
Yes.
Madam.
Yes.
Please, madam, this is Jennifer Boare, Marketing, Baltech Center. Last week I joined, but the network, I didn't close with you. So I tried to call the rep, the general rep, Douglas, to add me to the group. And he said he would do, but he couldn't do. So I didn't even know that my colleagues here, the procurement students, they are part of this course, design thinking. So please, I'm not aware of the
Kennedy,
assignment.
Kennedy, what's your study center? Kennedy, what's your study center? Okay, he joined and he's not listening. Okay, so next week you come and tell us, I didn't hear.
Madam, please, he's from KCI.
Say that again.
He's from KCI.
Yeah, but he's here, but he can't hear us. That means he just joined for attendance sake, and he's
Well,
not. He's doing his own thing.
He only complain about his network. So probably he's not even hearing. And then let me talk to him.
I know your boyfriend, and why are you defending him like that?
He's not my boyfriend.
Right here, I see you.
Madam. Madam.
Sally for comfort.
Hello, madam. Can you hear me?
Yes, Sally for comfort. Which study center are you from?
Madam, Sally for comfort.
Hello, madam.
Comfort, please go ahead. What's your study center? Say that again.
Wasek.
Wasek.
Okay.
Madam.
Did you do the assignment?
Madam, you mentioned my name.
No, I'm talking to Comfort. Comfort, did your group do the assignment?
Madam, we did, but I'm not able to read them. And the 2 of them that is having it, I'm not able to read them.
So you didn't do. If you did, you would have had you didn't join them to do. If you joined them, you would have had a fair knowledge of what was discussed. Because if I ask you right now, you not be able to tell me what was discussed. Okay, good. Right here.
Please, madam, the course rep, he said you contact the course rep you call. The last part of
fine.
it.
It's fine. Rakia, I see you.
I
What's
couldn't hear
Madam,
you, so I left. My network
madam,
left me after that. So when I asked the course rep, he said we should give our list and then you get the list. Then you get the copy for us to do.
Rakia?
madam, I'm here.
Rakia, what's your study center? And
KTI, Kumasi.
what's your group members and how far with the presentation and the assignment?
Please, madam, we did it. We did the
Are you
assignment, but unfortunately, I was the one to present it. I'm the only person having the laptop, and my battery is low because we don't have the models for this semester. I use my laptop for viewing the models and using it, and it's not.
Teresa Anchua?
Hello.
Teresa Anchua? Teresa Anchua?
Hello, madam. Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
we can hear you.
Madam.
Yes, Teresa, we can hear you. Adams, Amina, what did you say is your study center again?
Please, KTI.
Oh, did you?
Madam, her study center is KTI.
Yes, please, KTI, madam.
Oh, so you are in the same group with Kennedy?
Yes, please.
Yes, madam.
So what did he say? Why didn't he respond when he was told?
He's not reachable. We can't reach him.
Okay. Good. Emmanuel Atanyaku. Emmanuel, are you here? Emmanuel. Ellen Boafo.
Madam.
Ellen, what's your study center?
Madam, please, KTI.
Oh, KTI.
Yes,
How many are you
please.
in KTI? Let me check that quickly.
Oh, procurement class, we are 4.
KTI 9. So the marketing, okay. Okay. Abubakar, is it Deima? Abubakar, is it Deima? Are you here? Absent. Abdul Salam, Abdul Rahim.
Yes, madam, I'm around.
Study center. I think your group presented,
Tamale
right?
business.
Your group presented. Okay.
Yes, madam.
Okay. So from the way it is, it means that most of you didn't do the assignment. Most of you decided to join. You were not listening. So all instructions that was given were just set to the air. That is what I'm getting right now. So I'm just wondering, for those of you who were here last week, kindly unmute and tell me what were some of the things we discussed in class as far as the slides is concerned. What were some of the things that you learned in class last week? I just want to know. Adams, Amina, were you in class last week?
No, please, madam.
Jennifer Boari, were you in class?
Hello, madam. Please, you spoke about
Jennifer, hold on. Let Christian talk when he finished. Hold on. Jennifer,
You
were you in
said
class last week? Jennifer, were you in class last week?
Yes, madam. I joined at a time, but the network wasn't good for
It
me.
doesn't matter.
So
You
after
joined,
I
so you
checked,
heard something. Let Christian finish. You tell us what you heard. Christian, please go ahead.
okay, so you spoke about design thinking as a human-centered approach to innovation that draws from designers to kits to integrate the needs of people, the possibilities of technology, and requirement for business success.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. If somebody wants to add up, go ahead. Thank you, Christian.
Yeah, madam, you also talked about the learning outcomes. That is gaining knowledge on key concept of design thinking, understanding the mindset and methodology of design thinking, then identify best practice and transforming your organizations. Then you also talk about the design thinking and innovation, like how to think, like the assignment you give to how to solve problems, and you will even give us what is design thinking. That is the design thinking is the human-centered approach to innovation that draws from the designers to skit.
Okay, Jennifer, we are listening.
okay. Madam, please, I also learned about the objectives, design thinking and innovation, the course objectives.
Sister, I don't need objectives. I want to know what you heard about. What is objectives? What did you hear? We discussed so many things about design thinking. What did you hear? We spoke about so many things, not objectives. You just opened the slides and the first thing you saw was objectives. So you are coming to read them out to me, Meboa. Or Sreme. Memenjosa, madam. Abubakar Inusa.
Yes, madam.
Did you
Madam,
were you here last week?
Madam, well, yeah, last week I was finding it difficult. I even went and mistakenly joined different center this lecture. It was later I got the link. I entered the table and the timetable, and then I got the link. I just joined about 5 minutes time.
In summary, were you here in class? Did you hear something?
No, I was not able to join. That is what I'm trying to explain to you.
You don't need explanation. Just that is enough. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Let me open there. Abiekun. Is Abiekun here?
Madam. Okay.
Yes, he is here.
Abieku, were you here last week?
No, I wasn't there.
Madam.
Okay. Yes, Musa.
Yeah, and again, you said there was this machine called the MIR, which they use it for scanning, but it wasn't free and good for children, and they have to find a way. Because of the children, if like they can't stand firm, they will be shaking, they will be crying, they will be talking. So they needed to like do something that will favor the children. Where you said they do children free MRI.
Children friendly, child friendly.
Child friendly MRI.
Okay. Thank you. Akwete Jonathan, please go ahead.
Okay, madam, you also talked about some of the things that pipes tools in hey, what's the title crap? So we talk about empathy, about 5. You mentioned 5
Faces.
key tools, faces, yes. So we mentioned empathy, and we said the tool used in empathy is persona. That's putting ourselves in the shoes of the users. Then we also talk about defining the problem. Prioritizing matrix 2 is also used in to assess the problem, to select the best alternative to solve.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where we had a chart where we have first priority, second priority, a third priority, and then to eliminate. Then the third one was ideation. And then you also talk about the tools for ideation is a scamper, which was substitute, combine, adapt, modify, and to put the other users and then eliminate. And then the final step where the was reverse the R. And then we also mentioned that at the earlier stage that design thinking is an approach for creative problem solving. So I think that's what I jotted down. Thank you.
So you jotted all that down. Jonathan, did you jot all these things down whilst we were talking?
Yes, please. I have that in my book here.
Okay, right now I'm just a proud teacher right now. Okay, Sarah, Anane, go ahead.
Yes, madam. I remember you talking about a picture where a car was stuck under a bridge and you were finding solutions to it. And you said a child standing by said then they should reduce the tide to make it easier
take the air out of the tires.
Air out of the tire so that it will make it easier for
the car to move. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you too. Yeah, any more? Okay, so for those of you who did not come to class last week, and for those of you who have joined and you are not listening, Sarah, do you still want to say something? Your hand is up.
No, please, just a mistake.
Okay. Yes, Connie.
Madam, please, I remember you talk about the left brain, the right brain, and then the left brain.
Okay.
You said the right brain is emotion and the empathy, and then the left brain is logical. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Yes, so those of you who didn't join last week, and those of you who have joined and you are doing your own thing, please listen. I'm saying this for the last time. We spoke extensively last week, and I told you this class is going to be very collaborative. You guys are going to do the whole work. The only time I'm doing a presentation was last week, and we have just one slide that discuss the concept of design thinking and innovation. And I gave you everything that you are supposed to have. We explained what design thinking is about. We gave example of how design thinkers act. We spoke about so many things, and I think the slides has been given to you already. So you have access to the slides. We spoke extensively. We discussed everything that we are supposed to discuss under design thinking and innovation. And then when we finished, I told you guys that from next week, which is this week, this particular day, you are starting the project. And then what you are doing is that you are applying design thinking what concept, okay? Design thinking principles. So we discussed, I'm not going back to discuss all those things. We spoke about the 5 phases of design thinking, and I told you that you are going to follow these 5 phases of design thinking in carrying out your project for the rest of the semester. And I even told you that in most cases, we are unable to catch up, or we are unable to finish within the semester because it's going to take a lot of time. So I'm really sad we are wasting this week without doing anything. And I to be honest with you, it looks like all of you, I think Magdalene group, they heard me, but they didn't hear me well. I didn't ask you guys to bring just one problem. Who remembers how many problems I said you should identify? Who remembers?
Madam, you said 4.
Good. So it's not like I didn't give you guys a clear instruction. I said it. I repeated myself countlessly. I told you guys that for the purpose of this class, I think Osman even sent me some draft to be shared. But because I've already told you in the draft, he said I should let you guys identify like 6, but I didn't want it. That's why I didn't even send that to you. Because I already said you should select 4. I told you guys, we explained the phases of what the design thinking. I spoke about what the empathy stage is all about. Somebody just mentioned that. I told you what the empathy is about, the tools that you can employ under the empathy, just like somebody mentioned. I told you there are so many tools under the empathy, but for the purpose of this class, we are going to use the persona. Okay, we are going to use the persona, just like your colleague just define what it is. We know what the persona is, putting yourself in the person's shoes. And I told you, I think I spoke so much there. I told you how we do that. You want to address a problem. If you don't put yourself in the person's shoes, you'll not be able to know what they are going through. You'll not be able to understand how they are feeling. So we are using the persona, right, to be able to identify what the problems that they are going through. You right after you identify the problem, you move toward the define stage, and that is where we spoke about the prioritization matrix. So I told you that at least identify 4 problems. With these 4 problems, today you are coming to tell us, okay, this is the 4 problems that we identified. Okay, we identified them, and I told you some of you can get the problem from your workplace, from your organizations, from your institutions, or even the community that you are living in. And I told you, some of you are already in the community, so you already know the problems that the community people are facing. So get 4 problems and then come and tell us how you place these 4 problems. Which of these 4 problems do you think you put at the first as a first priority in the prioritization matrix? So you tell us how you decided to put problem A as first, problem B as second, problem C as third, and then the last problem as what? D or 4th one on the prioritization matrix. And we explain what the matrix is about. We explain the matrix. Why do you have to put a problem as first priority? We said that if you realize that this particular problem is very urgent, right? And also the impact, if you addressing it is going to have a huge impact on what? On the people, then you put such a problem as what? As a first priority. And we explained the prioritization matrix. I think I over-explained it. I said so many things over there. Okay, so this was the assignment that I gave to you. I said this, that you should identify 4 problems. So to come back today and pretend like the instructions wasn't clear, I just gave you a simple instruction. I didn't even say anything complex. You have 3 problems. That was the simple, the wicked, and that of the complex problem. I ask you, go and define that one individually. And then I told you, get your groups. I asked you guys to send your group list to the rep to send to me, because I need to have the group list before our next meeting. And then based on that, I even told you I need the list to see whether 4 or 6 or 5 in the group is okay. Then I'll give you feedback. Then you just go ahead. You didn't do that. And from what he's saying, he tried to contact you guys. You guys didn't give him any feedback. And we've just wasted today. So apart from Magdalene's group that identified just 1 problem, and if you remember, before I started the class, I said something to you. I told you guys that, please, don't come and sit here. Don't just join the class and leave empty-handed. No. Try, and I told you that not only this class, any of the classes that you join, for the 2 hours or the 3 hours that you are going to join that class, please make sure at least you take something. Make sure at least you take something. You are joining with the time alone, okay? Don't join and be doing something else. Don't have a divided attention. Other than that, you will not be able to learn anything. So try to pay attention. And I told you, abide by all etiquettes, all rules that governs what? Online learning. Okay, make sure you sit down at your either your study table or in a quiet place, and make sure you listen to whatever that we are saying. At the end of the day, you may think that I said all these things. It's not like today. It's not like right now I'm saying it. Last week I said all these things. I told you that don't just have the mindset that I just need a certificate. No, it's not good. It's not helping you as an individual, and it's not helping us as a country. I said all these things last week. So I'm surprised none of you even took one. And nothing hurts more than, I mean, wasting time to say so many things, and it appears as if nobody listened to even a single of it. And I told you, as we move on, you will see we would need a lot of time. I mentioned that there will be times that we have to even schedule some days outside normal class to catch up because of the nature of this course. So for us to waste today, that is not nice. And for those of you who didn't join, like I mentioned earlier, we have just one slide, and that is what we did last week. So if you don't understand, contact your colleagues or ask questions on the page, pick somebody's number from the page and ask them for them to explain something. Read the slides, because you need the slides to help you to move on with what? With the project. So please, I'm just begging all of you. I don't want this to repeat itself. I'm begging you. I don't want this to repeat itself. We cannot waste time again. Please, let us have a peaceful semester. I'm just begging you. If you join, please pay attention to whatever is being said. This class, like I said, all of you, any group that is presenting, I'm not the one to pass comment. We are taking comment from you guys. You have to ask them questions. You have to make suggestions. You need to contribute to help us refine everybody's problems and everybody's solution, so that we can get moving. So if you join and then you just join and you are doing something, you join and then you are just doing your own thing, sister bra, it's not going to help all of us. And my focus is, I love this course because of how it is very practical, and I don't want you to join a practical class and you leave without anything. And like I told you, me, I'm not the type of person that would do, it's nothing, and no, I don't do that. Please play your part, let me play my part, let us live here in peace. Okay, I think like if you don't do what you're supposed to do and you get an IC, that is not my fault, because you can't call me back and be like, oh madam, this, I told you attendance is compulsory. Attend, present, and make sure that you contribute or you do your best. Then we will just have a peaceful semester, and that is it. I don't want this repeating itself. I intentionally gave that instructions to see whether some of you were even listening. But this is an indication that you were not listening. You were not listening. This is an online class. So if you join and then you are not listening, please. Yes, Magdalene, your hand is up.
Yes, madam. And madam, first of all, I want to apologize for, on behalf of my colleagues and we just want to apologize for everything that has happened today. This is just something that is not.
Magdalene, we can't hear you.
Sorry. I was saying that I just want to apologize on behalf of my colleagues and then I for what has happened today. We are so sorry about that. It's not an intention to beat down your effort. You have done well right from last semester to this time, and I just want to apologize for that. And I also want to entreat the class rep. I don't know if he can always let us communicate on the page rather than the DM me. And I also want to remind him that he should please put the group, the page link on the common pages that we are all on, so that maybe he can indicate that this is design thinking innovations with Miss Ramatu, so that we know that this is the right page for all of us to join. I think so that anytime he has an announcement to make, he just makes a general announcement, then the class rep will also pick up from it. Honestly, I didn't even know his number. I didn't know who to just contact. And like I said, it's not an excuse, madam. We apologize for everything. Please forgive us. And I promise that this will never happen again. Thank you.
Okay, so course rep, please put your number here in the chat box. Okay, put your number here in the chat box. If somebody is finding it difficult joining, they can link you up. And I think, yes, on the page that you create, maybe add my name or something so that it will be easy for people to know they are in the right platform. Also, the groups, please, right from here, try to combine the group, put it into Word documents, okay? So I need it in the table form. Name, first, index number. I think, yeah, you can just create. Yeah, you do that. I'll add the rest. You can have like maybe 10 columns or something, or 5 columns. You do 5 columns, and then the first 3 columns should be the name. I think name, index number. No, you first two columns. Yes, name, index number. You, when you send it to me, I'll add the other columns that I need. So just add it. So if it is Tamale, if they are 9 people in Tamale, so 5 in a group and then 4 in a group. If it's yeah, so group 1, Tamale group 1, group 2, in that order. Then you come to the next page. Then you do, let's say, Botek. They are 9, so 4 in a group, 5 in a group. Then you go to the next line. Why? Then you do it in that order, and then you send it to me in a Word document. So please, I'm giving the instruction for the last time. Those of you who didn't do my simple wicked and complex problem, I don't need you to spend much time there. This is just to help you. Like last week, if you remember, when we were discussing about design thinking, is not about, I think one of the uniques of design thinking, I mentioned this and I told you that it's not all problems that you need design thinking skills. There are some problems that you can just what. And I gave an example, like if I tell you right now that I'm hungry, you don't need to apply design thinking. I mean, there and there, you can just solve such a problem. So I just needed you to go and read more on this type of problems. It will help you, give you fair idea on what kind of problems do you usually need what design thinking to address. And that is why I ask you to go and read on that. So go and read on it. Those of you who didn't do, go and read on it. And I may ask you, because I have the list of those who have done it, read on it. But what I want to see next week, and I told you about this slides, you see, the reality is that if you go to the workforce, a lot of you here are marketers, right? So imagine as a marketing researcher, and then they ask you to go and do some market survey. Are you coming to? No, you are coming to prepare a very nice slides. So these are the soft skills that you need. The soft skills is what you need in the workplace. So if you cannot prepare PowerPoint, or you cannot maneuver your way around PowerPoint, that is problematic. You need to learn these things. These are things that you may not have a lecturer or a teacher to come and stand in front of you and teach you, this is how to use PowerPoint. No, these are things that you learn. These are things that you add on to what? To your studies. You see, they'll ask you, go and prepare in PowerPoint. Then you go and learn how to do PowerPoint. And then at the end of the day, you have that skills. So that's why I'm entreating you to have PowerPoint. Make sure you share that when you prepare your PowerPoint, share it among your groups. 2-3 people. Today, I heard somebody say all the 2 people didn't join. So now all the group members should have the slides. If you are 6 in the group, everybody should have the slides. If you are 6 in the group, let me take a witness. Sarah Nane and Christian and Comfort, the 2 of you. Comfort, are you still here?
Madam.
I'm here. Christian.
Sarah Nane, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly. So the 3 of you are my witness. Now, if you are 5 or 6 in the group, all of you should have a copy of the slides. So if somebody is presenting and their network goes off, then the next person will start sharing their screen. That is for the slides. So please try to do your presentations in the slide. Like I said, you need it. It's for your own good. Okay, it's for your own benefit. One day, if you are working in the workforce and they ask you to present something, you know the right tool to use for what? For presentation, and that is what PowerPoint. Okay, so this is how the project is going to go. I said this thing last week and I'm repeating it again. Please.
Please, can I, before you start with the project, listen?
Yes, Musa, go ahead.
Please, from what Madeline was saying concerning the class rep, please, whatever concerning the class rep work I'm supposed to do, I did that. I gave them my number. I even told them it's only the list. I told them to DM me. Because of that one, I wanted to compile it with the word form. You know, with the page, the main page. You know, when the things are plenty and you want to select something, you know, you will screw a lot. And if you don't take care, you will make a mistake. That is why with the lists, the registration numbers and the names, I want them to DM me so that I'll make everything on point.
Okay, Musa,
So
we,
whatever I'm
okay.
saying, I did that.
Musa,
So
Musa,
maybe she didn't join.
Okay,
And
fine.
I have a suggestion. Madam, can I go on?
Yes, Musa, yes, go ahead. But please make your statement short.
My suggestion is, Madam, please, we beg you. Anytime you are giving us assignment, please, we want you to make in a word form, either PDF or something like that, so that it will be posted on the page so that nobody will forget it.
No,
and second,
see, you don't have to forget, okay? You, as we are here, take notes. Whatever that we are saying, take notes. Take note. If there's a need for me to send something to you, I'll send. But you are not a kid that I will say something. Look at last week's assignment. I just said some few things. Just get 4 problems. Put it on the prioritization matrix. Is that something you're supposed to forget? Is that something I'm supposed to follow up with a write-up?
No.
Are you are you getting what I'm saying?
My second
When I remember when I was explaining the ideation stage, when I was explaining the scamper, I didn't want you guys to get confused. So I told you, let's take them one at a time. When we get there, you understand it, you appreciate it more, because now it will just be like kind of a cloud in your head. So just let's just leave it there. And I gave a simple instruction. It's just that you guys were not listening, because if you were listening, you would have been able to do what you were asked to do. Yes, Patrick.
And then, Madam.
Yes, Madam, thank you, very much. But we want to plead that the word, the word form will be okay to some of us, especially those of us in Upper East here. If you ask your colleagues, they will tell you when they were coming for the online quizzes, you'll be online, all of a sudden, no network. So you'll be there about 10, 5, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Sometimes we struggle to just write the quiz. And they themselves, they spoke about, they saw what we're going through. So if the thing is going to be like a form of a speech, like you just said right now, and it happens that in our part of Edison, we are not able to get it because when network goes off, mostly we can't get anything.
Patrick,
So if
Patrick, that is well said. But what I'm saying is that, did you even make any effort to ask your colleagues, ask on the page what assignment was given, and nobody mind you?
Madam, that's why I'm coming to. You know, when it comes to this dissemination of information, the way you explain it to us, and there may be
don't make excuses, okay? Don't make excuses. Let me tell you something. If you ask your colleague and then they give you wrong information, but until then, if you ask your colleague and then you come to the next class and then they give you wrong information, or you come to present a wrong thing, and I ask you, why did you, and then you tell me this is the information this person gave me, that is laudable. But until then, I don't want you to make the assumption that because of dissemination of information, and then by the time the information move from one person to the other, so it is your responsibility. Don't ask just one person. Call 1, 2, 3 people and ask them what was said in class. I just want you guys to take responsibility. Don't just want things free like that. You just want things to be done for you. Like, no, you have to step out and kind of take responsibility. Don't expect everything like we should always feed you. Like we should just feed you everything. Life is not simple like that. So don't expect things to be that simple for you. If there's a need for me to send you a word or in a written this thing, but I expect you as I'm saying this thing, because if I give you the word form and I don't even explain, you may not even understand. So I think explaining it and showing you how the thing should be done is the best way. So as I'm explaining, you try to take note of some of the things.
And then, Madam, my second suggestion is a request. I'm asking, like, if you can help us with the slides so that some of us who don't have the book, we can print it and we can follow anytime.
Hold on, help you with the slides as in what?
The slides, like every week after teaching, you do send to us.
Musa, we don't have slides. I don't know what you are saying. The slides that we have, there's no modules for this course. There is no modules for this course. Please, class, have you heard me? The only material you have is the slides we went through last week. And I have sent that slide to you already.
Okay, madam. Is that the only slide we are going to use for the whole semester? I'm just asking, madam.
Is everything okay? Have you eaten?
I've eaten, correct. No, what I'm saying, like,
Musa,
we want to print it in a book form. The one you are sending to us.
Musa, there is nothing like a module. We only have one slide. So the slide we went through last week, the one slide, I don't know how many pages it was. The one slide we went through, and I told you guys, we started from what design thinking is till we went through the MRI, we went through that track issue and blah, blah. That particular slide, the one slide that we did, that is all the material you are getting. And that is why I told you that it was compulsory for everybody to be in class to listen to the whole, because everything you need to know was discussed that day. And that is what you are going to use to do the project for the rest of the semester. So there's nothing like that. Is why I've not showed any slide today. So there's nothing like reading materials. That is the only slide. So if you were here and last week you didn't come to class, or the remaining, you have more than 20, almost like 20 people who didn't join the class today. So get this information to them, please. Get this information to them. They should make sure that particular slide, they sit down and learn it. If they don't understand anything, they should contact some of you. I think, was it Christian or one of you was explaining it very well. They should contact some of you to explain it to them, that everything they need. So Musa,
madam,
when we go to the phases of design thinking, the empathy, the define, the ideate, the prototype, and testing, these 5 things is what we are going to do for the rest of the semester. And those 5 things has already been explained in the slide last week. Is that clear?
Yes, madam.
Yes. So I told you are not going to write any exams. The exams and the final, the quizzes and the exams is what we are doing. It's what today we've started, and some of you have already scored 0.
Yes, madam.
So I told you, don't underestimate it, because it's the course that my class here, if you ask, they'll tell you. As for residue, I see you sit and do it the next year once your colleagues are graduating. So don't let us get there, please.
Yes.
And the truth is that every year I get somebody who decides, not me, some people who decide to take the course again. Either the final report, they decide to give me a copied work, which I know you still do, because every year I tell them, do not copy your colleagues, and they'll copy. But they forget that I'm the one marking everything, and I know when you copy, I'm reading everybody's work. So if I read and then I get your 10 and I realize that it's the same thing. So if you copy, sometimes I'll give you a chance to redo it. Other than that, you take it the next year. So please don't underestimate the course. Don't think that, because there's no quizzes, there's no exams. No. Your quizzes and exams is what we've started today. So don't expect any materials from anywhere. All All the information you need to carry on your project is what is in the slide that I shared with you last week. So please,
Okay.
let me just forward this thing to you. I think I have, but I see it says you should identify 6 problems. You can identify as many problems that you want, but I just wanted to make it simple for you. Okay, that is why I told you to identify 4 problems. So if you identify 4 or more, that is fine. Okay, so when you come next week, Musa, there's background noise. When you come next week, I expect you to tell me how did you go about with the empathy? Understand the concept. Okay, how did you go about with the empathy? And I'm saying it again. The tool we are using for the empathy is the persona. And how do you go about with the persona? So the whole thing is like going to, let's say, a particular community, staying with them, trying to know what they are going through, trying to understand the challenges, the problems that they are facing. That is when you'll be able to identify the various problems. And if I remember correctly, last week I said that this particular phase, the first phase, is like, you are even done with the first phase, because you already know the problems that your communities are facing. You already know the problems that your organizations are facing. So it's like even the empathy stage, you don't need to go and interview the community members. You don't need to go and talk to anybody in your organization and ask them what is the problem or anything. No. You already know the problems. You are living in the community, so you already know the problems that they are facing. So if at least each group member is able to identify a particular problem, right, then you guys will come together, sit down, and then a person will tell you, oh, this is the problem. Like somebody was talking about waste. This is the problem. And this is a critical, like they should give you a reason why they think it's a good problem, or it's an urgent problem, right? Now, when you finish, you have, let's say, 4, 5, 6 problems. Okay. Then you now sit down, you are done with the empathy. That is all. You are done with the empathy. Then you are moving to the next stage, which is the define. And then how do we do the define? We are using the two-core prioritization matrix. So you have the matrix there. You open your slide and look at how the matrix is presented and how I explain it to you, right? So you ask yourself, out of these 6 problems, which of them is very urgent? Last week I used a particular example. I've even forgotten. Last week I used a particular example, right? I used some of the issues that I used was access, road access, right? I think I spoke about hospital, and then there were additional 2 problems that I used. Okay, so you identify these problems, and then you ask yourself, okay, out of these 6 problems, which of them is very urgent? Which of them needs an immediate action? Oh, it's this particular one. Okay, but is it really going to have a good impact on the people if we undertake this particular problem? Is it really going to have a lot of reward? Is it going to have a kind of impact on the people? If the answer is yes, then you know that this problem is very key. Then you put it or you place it as the first priority. And that is how the prioritization matrix works. You realize that the problem is not that urgent, right? If it is not urgent, but then you realize that, let's say, it's not urgent, but you realize that, let's say, also that maybe the impact is not even key, then you put it under where we have what they eliminate. And I explained the prioritization matrix. I took time to explain it very well, and I believe you understand, just that you've forgotten. So go back and just open the slide and look at the prioritization matrix. It will help you remember. So this is what I want to see in your next presentation. Tell me how you went about with the empathy thing. If you are living in a community and then still you don't know the problem they are facing, that you are now coming to start with the empathy. Okay. So the empathy, you go back to them, you can talk to people and find out what problem they are going through. It's all part of the persona. You can go back to your community, talk to some people, and really get to know the problem that they are facing. Then you list these problems. Is that clear?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Okay. So when you come, at least you should do up to that part. And if you remember, I said something critical. I told you that as you are thinking about the problems, as you are thinking about which, because remember the 4 or 6 problems that you are coming to present, when you come and tell us, is the first one, the one that you put as a first priority. That is what you are going to add. That is what you're going to use or you're going to work on for the rest of the semester. I told you resources is limited. So even though you've identified 4 or 6 problems, you can't address all the problems. You can't create solutions for all the problems. It's only the one problem that you are going to place as your first priority. That is the problem that you are going to work on for the rest of the semester. So what you need to do is that I added this last week, that as you are placing this particular problem as a top priority, think of the solution, because design thinking, we have phases, but the most critical part is what? Is the solution. We need to see a creative solution. We need to see what? An innovative solution. So if you are placing waste management and then your solution is not creative, your solution is not innovative, that problem will not be accepted, or the solution will not be accepted. You'll be asked to go back and get a creative solution. Design thinking solutions is not any simple solution, but it should be what? It should be creative. It should be innovative. And when I say creative and innovative, means that probably there's nothing like that. There's no solution like that exists. So think about the solution, because if you come next week and you convince us that yes, we realize that there are 4 problems that this particular community is facing, then based on our analysis, when we use the prioritization matrix, we were able to place this particular problem as the first priority. I'll ask you, okay, so if you are able to convince us, and then we, based on your own analysis of the matrix, we realize that indeed the problem you've put as first should be put there, it means that your problem has been accepted. So this is the problem you're coming to address. Now we'll go ahead and ask you, what is the solution that you are proposing to address this particular solution? Now the challenge or the problems is there. The solution that you are going to tell us will determine whether you can go ahead with that same problem or not, because your solution needs to be creative. It needs to be what? Innovative. It shouldn't be something that exists. Or if it exists, you have to modify something. That is where you see I use the word modify. That's where the scamper, the idea stage comes in. So even though there may be an existing solution, but you need to modify or substitute something to the existing solution that exists to make your solution much better. So, and then you see why we went through the slide. Then you should be thinking about, okay, let's take the the MRI machine. The MRI machine was already in existence, but look at how they were able to modify it and make it child friendly. So there may be a solution that already exists to that particular problem, but you need to make it more innovative. You need to make it more creative. So please, as you are thinking about it, as you are defining the various problems, make sure you think about the solution, because I'll ask you, do I make myself clear?
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
Sally for comfort, Patrick, Christian, Sarah. Is that clear?
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
Okay. So please, I think we can end here, and I expect you guys to do better next week. See, I've said so many things. So if you ask me to go back and even put it in a document form, I'll not even remember everything. But when we meet, I'll definitely remember everything. So please, I hope you've jotted things down. I mean, that's why you're working in groups. You heard this, somebody heard that. So when you meet, you'll be able to add to somebody say, oh yeah, she said this, she said that. Then you guys can work together as a team and I mean do the right thing. So please, this is the requirement. Next week, I expect you to do better. So please go back. Are we meeting next week or next 2 weeks?
Next week.
Next week, madam.
Next week.
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
Also, you need to get in touch with me because I don't know my. I think I'll not be able to, but I have to confirm that. So if you're unable to meet, we will have to reschedule. So please get in touch with me. Like I think like Thursday, maybe like Thursday. And if we can meet, I will let you communicate to the class and then we reschedule.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I think that is all for today. Any questions? If you need some clarification, please ask me right now. Yes, Musa.
Okay, madam. Madam, with the individual questions, the simple 3 types of the problem, should we still continue with it, or we are done with that one? Then we
what I
continue
said
with
was that I asked you guys to go and read more on that question. To go and read more on that question to help you, because it's not every problem that you need design thinking skills to solve. So I ask you to go and read more on that, on these 3 problems, and it will further give you more understanding of why we need what design thinking skills to solve certain problems. Because there are some problems that you kind of need design thinking, and then there are some problems you don't really need design thinking skills. Okay, so what I said was that for those of you who have done fine, just start with the main project, the thing we are going to do for the semester. As you see, it's simple like that. It's not that simple. So those of you who didn't do it, please go and read it, because if you come and tell me some of the problems, I can ask you, do you think this is a simple or this is a complex problem? Do you think this particular problem you need design thinking skills? So if you don't go and read this thing, you will not understand. Okay.
Well understood, madam.
Okay. Any more questions? Yes, Patrick. Patrick, go ahead.
Yeah, please, madam. I wanted to say, class reps, please send the soft copy that you sent to him, to put it on the platform so that those of us who couldn't get it, will get it.
Patrick, this thing is on the platform. He has already put it on the platform.
No, madam. Yes. Why he's saying that, with the sending of information on the platform, that is why we are trying every possible for everybody to join. Because if an information is shared and you have not joined and later you join, you will not see that information. Please try and join.
So
join.
So get everybody joined by at least by close of tomorrow, so that he will re-put it there. Get everybody joined by close of tomorrow, then he will re-put it there. You should be more than, I think, 40 or something. Yes, Sarah.
I think we are 42 in number.
Madam, I'm having a challenge with the slides. I made Musa send it to me like 3 times, but it appears when I open it, some are there and some are not there. So right now, I don't know what to do. I'm having some of the information and I'm not having some. So he has sent it like 3 times, but still, I don't know what to do.
What do you mean some are there, some are not there?
The slides, some of them, they are like the pictures and the informations are not showing. I don't know why.
Were you here last week?
Yes. Musa sent it to me personally. I asked him to send, and it's on the platform. I opened the one.
Check the app you're using to open the slide. I don't know why it's doing that. It shouldn't do that. Besides, I think it's even a PDF, so you shouldn't do that. So you check on that. Yes, Jonathan.
All right, madam, please, I would like you to touch a bit on the stage 4, the developing the prototype.
Oh, the prototype, you see, I think we spoke about that one last week, but I don't want us to. The prototype, I told you guys, design thinking is not just about saying or telling us, it's about showing, right? So whatever solution that you are going to decide on creating, it should be something tangible, okay? It should be something that we should see. Yes, there are services there, but we need to see it. Even if it's a website you are developing, we need to see it, right? So it's not something you just tell us. So the prototype, what it means is that at the end of the day, you're going to develop it. So if you tell us that, oh, the problem is that a lot of people cannot walk on the sea, so you are coming to create a shoe that people can use to walk on the sea. By close of the semester, I will ask you to send me that shoe to Cape Coast. So that is all about the prototype. So you are going to develop it. If it is a fried rice you are cooking, you cook the fried rice and send it to me. So I need to see it. That is all about prototype. So prototype, you are developing something. You are marketing student, right? So your organization, you may want to come out with a new product. You need to develop it. So when we finish everything and your solutions are creative enough, is very innovative, you need to put it, you need to manufacture or develop it. So that is all that I'm saying. That is all that about the prototype, okay? Yeah, any more
Thank you, madam.
questions? Any more questions? Okay, before we go, I want someone to just give me a summary of what the requirement for next week is. Any volunteer? Yes, Jonathan.
All right. So, madam, you are asking us to identify 4 problems, and then we put it on the prioritization matrix. But we should take into account the 5 stages of, or the stages of the phases of those phases. I mean, empathy. We should design thinking. There's a phase of design thinking. Emphasizing on empathy, defining the problem, and then
The ideate.
Yes, ideate. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yes.
So I said you should add the idea to it, because as you are thinking about the problem, you should be thinking about the solution. If let's say you come and then we finish with your solutions, your problem stage, and your solution is not creative, you cannot move forward. So you need to what? You need to think about the solution as you are thinking about, or as you are developing, or you're putting your problems, you are deciding on which problem should I focus on. So whatever problem that you want to focus on, you need to also think about what? Who is giving us the feedback? You should also, okay, sorry. You should also think about what the solution, okay? Yes, Habib.
Yes, ma. You are as well asked us to read more on the simple and complex problem.
Yes. So read more on that as you start to do your this thing. And please, even though the main this thing is on the define stage, don't forget the first stage of the design thinking. So I want you to start your slide should start from there. We are identifying a problem and creating a solution to address the problem, and then we are utilizing the design thinking phases. The first phase is the empathy stage. How did we do the empathy stage? We employed a tool called persona, which is an empathy tool. And then how did the persona tool help you? The persona tool help you because you use that one to kind of put yourself in this community's people's shoes, and that is where you were able to work to identify the problem. I said that because you are living in the community, mostly you are like half done or almost done with the empathy, because you already know the problems that they are facing, right? But if there's a need, you can still go to the people, talk to them. Okay, that is all part of the persona. Putting yourself in their shoes, you need to talk to them, understand the problem that they are facing from their own point of view. That is when you'll be able. So in your slides, when you are presenting next week, I want you to start from the empathy stage and tell me how you did the empathy. Yes, and I've said it. We use the persona, and then how did the persona help us? Through the persona, we were able to put ourselves in the people's shoes. we understood that this is the problem they are facing. We realized that this is the challenges that the community is facing, my organization is facing, and so on and so forth. Okay, so based on that, you were able to list this number of this number of problems. So that ends the empathy. And then you move to the define stage. Now the problem that you've listed, you have spoken to them, you have put yourself in their shoes. Now you know this is the problems that they are facing. Now you have 4 or 5, 6 problems. Then you are done with the empathy. You are moving to the define stage. Then you are coming to put the problems in the prioritization matrix. That is clear, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Okay, good. So thank you for joining today, even though you've disappointed me, but that is fine. Let's see what happens next week. Please encourage them to join. Like I said, absent is going to go against them. Okay. All right. So have a great evening and see you. I don't know if next week we'll be able to meet. Other than that, I will communicate on the time